Hello everyone, welcome back. I am playing a new game. It is called Invisible Wall. I read the description, but I cannot for the life of me remember it because I'm an idiot and don't have it up in front of me. But basically, your choices predict which of the three outcomes this game will give you for an ending. And right now, pay attention because it does have an epilepsy warning because of flashing lights and everything. So if you are prone to epilepsy or seizures and stuff like that, this may not be the video for you to watch. Or if you do like what this says, watch in a well-lit room and don't watch it all at once and go slow. So just be very careful. Thank you. New game. And don't worry, I'm telling you again, they know where you are. The end is already on the horizon. Your goal is to find happiness. Find happiness. I left for a business trip right after the wedding. News of the expedition came too late, and postponing it would have been inconvenient. We barely managed to move our things. They promised here my career would finally take off, for far from everyone I have ever known, apart from the closest one. The move was hard on my wife. It had never even crossed her mind that she might one day leave her home. Before the wedding, she still lived with her parents. I can't say that they had a good relationship, but they could at least coexist. And now, there's only me in the photo. We've been close ever since she cried on the playground over a scraped back, and I, being the grown-up boy, a whole 2 years older, tried to confront her. She was used to relying on me, saw me as an example of independence, watched every choice I made to grow up faster. It seemed like a good solution. I could always stand up. I'm not sure how wise it was, but for her, I was ready for anything. And now what? Alone in a strange city, with no experience, living independently, but at some point, everyone has to start. As a kid, I could protect her from anything, but now there are so many adult concerns, especially because of this neighborhood watch woman. I first heard about the organization after I moved. They were volunteers who assist the police. I felt this woman thrived on bad news. As soon as something happened, she'd rush from house to house, eager to share it with everyone. My wife hadn't met her yet, and I hoped she wouldn't have to before my return. I always believed that it was better not to know about every misfortune in the neighborhood, especially for my wife. I tried to call her as often as possible, but there were more and more things I wanted to shield her from. The connection kept getting worse, and my calls became less frequently. One evening, I barely managed to get a signal. Oh, well, hello. Her voice sounded a little different, a bit hoarse and lower than usual. She must be feeling under the weather. Oh, you're curious now? I'm always curious. That's why I wish I knew where these first opportunities have been slipping away to lately. I'll tell you, but first I want to hear about you. How are you doing? And the renovation you started is going. Ah, I see. She went quiet. All right, I'll turn on the camera and show you. Can you see it clearly? I bought a rug. What do you think? The image was so dim that the rug and the rest of the furniture blurred into indistinct shapes. I decided not to tell. Everything's perfect. You're brilliant. Brilliant at what? Trying to suck up? Maybe just a little. That's how we should have started, she finally thawed. Where have you been? We had a minor incident at the dig site. Nothing catastrophic, but we're buried in work. I think for her, I can still call the incident minor. After all, no one set us on fire yet. Just threats and no consequences. We disrupted the large soil layer from the work process. This affected the aquifer. The water that comes from here is used by local farmers for drinking and irrigation. We're figuring out what to do next. Oh, what a nightmare. There. If the description alone invokes a nightmare, what of the other details? And what are you going to do? What are you working on right now? I'm handling the organizational issues. Talking to people is no problem, but I don't want to get involved in technical tasks. I'm dealing with technical aspects, how, what to modify. I'm going to do that. I picked the calmer task. Everything will be fine soon. Well, I hope so. I didn't know. And I'm already snapping at you. I've been so irritable lately. What happened? You didn't tell me how you are. I don't know. Since you left, I've been so touchy. And after this renovation, I'm so tired. I can hardly walk, and I don't even feel like eating. Swollen. I don't even recognize my own voice. You should see me. I paused for a few seconds. Is our family about to grow? Is this about... Oh, neighborhood watch. I needed to find out as gently as possible. So maybe you'll show yourself? No. Don't even ask. I'm in such a state I scare myself. All messy and sleep deprived. But at least now we have something more interesting than my disheveled head at home. Look, the little statue you sent finally arrived. It's gorgeous. Is it a replica from the dig site or from the past one? From the past. I wish I could see the original with you, to look at it and think, my husband found this with his own hands. Too bad there's no plaque. And it's good that there isn't. Always felt awkward when I'm praised. By the way, great idea. I don't want to be praised. What? If you had taken me on an expedition and I'd found something, I'd tell everybody about it. But for now, I can only show you what I dug for our little apartment. Here, a new chair. Lovely. How much is it? I don't recall us planning to get one. I don't know, but I'm sure there's no more and no less than any other chair. I saw it and fell in love. I had the money, so it's fine. I was probably a little upset she hadn't consulted me. On the other hand, I hadn't called her in a while. Well, in the end, I could understand. We were, of course, different. Tried to act I understand her, but I can't hold back a small reproach. Well, sometimes I feel like you haven't changed at all since school. No diving into... Why change? My approach works. You love solving everything. So, go ahead, and I'll happily spend my time on more interesting activities. Well, you little parasite. But I'm not complaining. But then her voice grew more serious. Why dive into things you can easily turn a blind eye to? There is some sense in that.
But, you know, what I can't ignore? Your superiors. I found your work magazines in the closet under boxes. By the way, the paper's just terrible. The funding for expeditions has been cut so much from next month. They won't even pay for the communications. What cheapskates! Maybe you should talk to them.
I'd talk, but it's useless. I don't want to spoil a relationship. I'll probably talk to them. I know it won't help, but at least they'll know they're being watched. Yeah.
You're right, of course. Whether it'll help or not, but it's just so unfair.
Don't worry. Let's just focus on the renovation. It's like a whole new apartment. Got any more changes in mind? The question threw her into confusion.
I guess I don't know. I wanted to change the hallway wallpaper from brown to green. Then I woke up, and I realized it was already green. I guess it's time to stop redecorating.
Agreed. Called it quits here. I'm starting to worry.
It's okay. I think it's just absent-mindedness.
What else is on the list? You don't open the door to strangers, do you?
What? Are you treating me like a child?
She was the first to break the silence.
A strange woman came by yesterday. I didn't open it, stayed silent. She said through the door she'd come again today.
Christ, I could have sworn it was her. She probably has the picture already.
Here it comes. Ever seen this face? Ring any bells?
Like clockwork. I waited a couple seconds. I needed to see what she'd say next.
What do you think she needs?
She still doesn't know. Something needs to be figured out urgently. I read that a cleaning service opened nearby with a domestic staff. She's probably from there. Aggressive advertising.
Advertising? I've never been good at dealing with them. I hope she gets the hint that I'm not interested and I won't come back.
I doubt it. I said it as gently as possible. She's knocked before. Nothing in that phrase struck my wife as surprising. Good. No cause for some concern.
You think so? What should I do?
I knew she was upset that she wouldn't just be left alone. But she should have tried to be more firmer with the guest, and I suggest that she talk to the visitor without... keep her quietly waiting. Try not opening the door anymore. Maybe this won't last too long.
You're probably right. You do the same, I'm sure. And I believe it's the right way.
Woohoo! That made me jump.
Here she comes, keeping you on the line. She won't cut us off. Just a moment.
A quiet exhale, barely audible.
Oh, go listen. Let's see what she has to say this time.
Good evening. The woman at the door clearly knew someone was inside. My wife was silent.
I know you're in there, and I'm coming in now.
Hello, how are you feeling? I woke up in the living room to a silent call and felt a little bit irritated. Not only had he not called me in ages, but he finally did, just to wake me. Oh, you're curious now? I'm always curious. That's why I call you at the first up. The call dropped. It happens. No matter what it is, I heard him. That alone warmed something inside me. I hope he didn't take my grumble. Oh, we're the wife now. He's probably used to my complaining since the days we hauled our bikes uphill together. I was never this cranky before. He must know it's... I blinked around sleepishly, shaking off the last scrapes of a restless dream. How long had it been? Evening again? Lately, I keep falling asleep in the living room until he's back.
It suits me better than the bedroom. The bedroom feels wrong. When I lived with my parents, I never had a room of my own, but they did, with a massive bed, a view of the forest. Which I thought was enchanted, and the painted wardrobe stretching wall to wall, hiding a whole world inside, like in a storybook. But I wasn't allowed in there. That's why I feel like a trespasser in any bedroom. The scar on my back from a belt bucket never lets me forget. To anyone else, it's just a playground accident. Even to him. Do I admit that I'm about time? I admit. Swallowing my anxiety, I went into the bedroom to look at his photo again. Even the new armchair didn't help. I still hate this place, but looking into his eyes helps. I pulled the photo from his frame so often, it's worn thin. Without him, I feel frozen. Nothing moves. All this rearranging is just a way to shove emptiness behind a new sofa. Good thing he's supposed to come back soon. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I begin replaying our conversation from yesterday. His voice, his pauses, the way he gave advice, everything that might bring him a little closer. I hoped, no, I believed that over the years his features had etched themselves deeper into me than I'd realized. But suddenly, my mental reenactment stopped. Where did the end of our talk go? As if after that woman's visit, someone vaguely familiar, someone flipped a switch. I couldn't move forward. I couldn't recall a single word more. If I had been asked to speak for both of us, I would have repeated everything, word for word, like a voice recorder, right up to the sudden break. How is that possible? I remember every last word.
That was creepy.
I felt uneasy. I need to focus. At first he was telling me something about his work, some incident as he called it. The smell of smoke trickled my nostrils. I got scared that something might be burning in the kitchen.
I knew that feeling all too well.
After that, I showed him the rooms. Then we talked about that woman, and then she came herself. I called the police to have them tell her to step away from me. That's it. A strange thing. What is this? What are you doing here? The old woman was silent. She stared at me with faded eyes, her mouth seeming to chew on something, no longer producing saliva, her lips dry and rough. Who are you? How did you get in here? I kept asking myself, raising my voice, but the unexpected guest didn't utter a sound. It seemed she couldn't hear me. Maybe I'd left the door unlocked. She wandered in here. How could she be in here? Our door creaks differently. Yes. After waiting a few seconds, I realized the old woman probably didn't understand what was happening either. She stood motionless, staring straight at me. I smiled at her. Her smile in return was unsettling, but at least it was a smile.
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
You've called the wrong door. I spoke as loudly as I could, but there was no response. Go back to your own home. Let me help you find your apartment. Why are you yelling? And what about looking for me?
Oh, it was a little girl. Sorry, not the old woman.
A little girl appeared from deep inside the house. Are you talking to me? Who else would I be talking to? Maybe to her. I pointed at the old woman, still trying to shake off confusion that had seized me.
Ah, you're doing it again. Getting scared. Don't be scared. It won't hurt you. Don't be silly. I'm scared of it too when I go to the bathroom at night, but it's never attacked me. I had to get it out now. Mom won't find out. I've been playing everywhere.
Oh, I can't do a little girl's voice, sorry.
Let's go to the big room so you won't be afraid.
Her matter-of-fact attempt to comfort me only made things more confusing. She pulled me by the hand. Little girl, don't touch me or I'll have to punish you. I was so disoriented I followed her. Wait, what? What do you mean? It? Are you talking about the old woman?
Granny, it is. Granny, is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I call Granny it.
The girl burst into inexplicable laughter.
That's right. I like it that way.
Well, for now, I'll have to settle for that answer. What matters more is getting other things clear with her. What would he have done? He wasn't here. I quickly imagined how calm he'd be even now, and that calmness passed to me.
There, see? There's no one here, me and you. Look around all you want. Now let's play before Mom comes home. Put us both to bed. It won't scare us here.
Who are you, sweetheart? What's your name?
Ah, you don't know. Mom told you not to ask questions like that. So I'm not telling. Mom will come and explain.
When will Mom be back?
Soon. She's at the store. She left me in charge. She didn't want to go because she thought you might start wandering around like this. But she got held up at work and she had to go just now.
What does she do for work?
She brings order. Mom says lots of people don't have time to take care of things or do it badly, so she helps them.
So, a cleaner? Damn it. No wonder I can't remember how last night ended. That woman must have done something. Oh, I think I'm just going to read the little girl's voice normally now, because I know it keeps changing how I'm reading it, and it's hurting my throat, so I apologize. But the little girl clearly trusted me. This was a good chance to find out everything and get out of here.